All right, let's dive right into this explainer on how to play Hurdle. Look, if you've been playing those daily word guessing games, you already know the rush of flipping those colored squares and hunting down that hidden word. But what we're looking at today, it takes that standard, cozy little puzzle format and cranks it up into an absolute multi-stage gauntlet. We're going to break down exactly how this game works based on the rules laid out by Triple S Games. It's a super fascinating twist on a formula you probably already know and love. But trust me, it requires a whole different level of stamina.
So the real question is, are you ready for the ultimate challenge? Seriously, think about it for a second. Because we're about to explore a pretty demanding twist on those classic mechanics. You might be an absolute whiz at solving a single puzzle, but Hurdle? It tests your consistency. It's not just asking if you can find one word. It's asking if you can survive a connected chain of them where the stakes literally just keep getting higher.
Section 1, the 5 Wordle Challenge.
5. That's the magic number. The entire objective of Hurdle is to complete exactly 5 individual Wordle puzzles. That's it. That's the main goal. But remember, this is not just a quick little puzzle you knock out while waiting for your coffee. You're not sprinting to a single finish line here. You are essentially running a relay race, but you're the only runner, passing the baton to yourself 5 times in a row. As our source material makes perfectly clear, completing 5 individual Wordles in a row is the absolute endgame. All that foundational knowledge you have, using the process of elimination, hunting down vowels, perfectly placing those consonants, you're going to need every bit of it. Because the goal isn't just to win once, right? It's to string together 5 consecutive victories. If you mess up once, the whole chain is broken. So you've really got to shift your mindset from just simple deduction to straight-up mental endurance.
Moving on to Section 2, the cascading guesses.
Now, this is where Hurdle stops being just a batch of separate games and turns into this deeply connected, strategic web. Let's walk through this step by step, because honestly, it's brilliant. Step 1, you successfully complete a puzzle. Awesome, you celebrate, you got the word. But then, step 2 happens. That correct answer you just sweat over, it immediately becomes your very first guess for the next puzzle. The solution to puzzle number 1 instantly pops up as the starting line for puzzle number 2. There's no blank slate anymore. These puzzles are permanently linked. And this right here perfectly captures the true challenge of the game. Your winning answer dictates your next starting guess. Think about what that actually means for your strategy. Usually, you have the comfort of picking your favorite starting word, something packed with vowels or super common letters. You rely on that to get an early foothold. Well, in Hurdle, you can just kiss that comfort goodbye for puzzles 2, 3, 4, and 5. If the answer to the first puzzle is some bizarre word with double letters and a super rare consonant, guess what? That rare, awkward word is now your forced starting guess for the next round. You are completely at the mercy of your own previous victory. Which brings us to Section 3, the final hurdle.
Okay, let's build the energy here because we are at the climax of the game. If you've actually managed to survive the cascading mechanics of those first 4 boards, you finally arrive at the 5th puzzle. And this is basically the high-stakes final boss of the entire experience. When you pull up this 5th puzzle, here's what you're going to see. Row 1 is automatically filled by your answer from the first puzzle. Row 2, filled by your answer from puzzle 2. Row 3 gets the answer from puzzle 3, and row 4 is totally consumed by the answer from puzzle 4. That means the answers from all your previous puzzles automatically eat up your first 4 rows on this final board. You literally don't even get to type a single letter yourself until you reach row 5. All that prior hard work cascades down into this one intimidating block of pre-filled text, leaving you with whatever random, scattered colored clues those past answers just happen to generate against this final hidden word. Because those first 4 rows are entirely locked in by the rules, you are left with exactly this: 2 remaining guesses, just row 5 and row 6. That is the intense scarcity of this final board. You have to somehow synthesize all the random clues generated by those forced first 4 rows and crack the puzzle with pretty much 0 room for error. 2 guesses are literally all that stand between you and a total win. And that brings us to the ultimate win condition. Complete the 5th and final Wordle to win. Surviving that crazy cascading gauntlet, enduring all those forced starting words, and solving that incredibly tight 5th puzzle with only 2 active guesses. If you pull that off, you've conquered the game. This entire journey completely hinges on your ability to clear that final board. Everything else you did, it was really just preparation for this exact moment. So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Do you have what it takes to clear the final hurdle? We've just seen how a really simple set of rules, linking puzzles together and then drastically limiting your options at the very end, completely transforms a familiar game into an intense strategic marathon. It takes adaptability, patience, and a seriously cool head when you're staring down those last two empty rows. I really hope this explainer gave you a crystal clear understanding of the mechanics. Now, the only thing left to do is go out there and test your own skills. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive.